the blue in the 7 generation usually got paired with lighter interiors with chrome options.
True.
It's just...
Howdy folks, you on the C8 on Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community.
What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of C8 on Speed 252. And we got my friend Robert here. But before we get into this episode, I want you guys to go and hit that subscribe button, become part of this community, join this awesome journey. We would love to have you. So hit that subscribe button, anyone on your tablet, your screen, or your computer. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below of what your thoughts are of this awesome 2023 C8 Corvette that Robert's about to give us all the details about. So Robert, what's this car about?
All right, so here we've got a very, very beautiful and interesting build specimen here. So obviously it's a 2023, we got 1,960 miles on it. It is actually a 2LT, but it's got a lot of upgrades. It has the front lift, it has the FE2 magnetic ride, and it has the MPP exhaust.
Oh wow.
And as a bonus, it also has all the full carbon flash, spoiler, mirror option, roof, nacelles, and of course the spoiler is a high wing. And lastly, the big, beautiful 20-spoke wheels in gloss black. Really a pretty combo, you know, just you love that black on blue mix, this is your car. It's also got some other little extras, including the factory mud guards. You open her up, it's very standard on the interior, but again, with a 2LT, it pretty much gives you all the main features everybody wants. Heated ventilated seats, the premium sound, all the memory packages. Can't go wrong with it.
With the white stitching as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, you know what? Believe it or not, that's actually, they call it the gray stitching.
Gray stitching.
Yep.
Although I wish it would have had the gray stitching right here.
Yeah, you know,
that throws me off.
That is something I wish they would have done too. I think that would have been nice as a standard.
I agree.
They do it with the red.
They do it with the red.
Yellow.
They do it with the yellow.
But they didn't do it with the gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I had a car came in. This is years ago. We had a guy. He had the gray interior, and he put a gray piece of tape.
No way.
At first I was looking at it, I was like, wait a minute, and I pulled it off. It was like electrical tape, you know, the color.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why he did that, but
he wanted that there.
He really
he wanted it. I mean, that's the whole point of Corvette, right? You can do as you please with your own car.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, you know, if you know what your Z06, you got the nacelle option only. This one has the nacelle and the rooftop.
Kind of wish I would have got the nacelle and the rooftop option, but
yeah, but it's more unique, you know. I give it that because less people probably do it that way, and I have seen less of them than that. But just like, you know, as mentioned many times in videos I've done in the past, you know, you can drop the top with the remote. You can also raise or lower the top while driving up to 30 miles an hour. You see, very clean.
Very clean.
The high wing with all the black accents definitely give it a very aggressive look.
Love the high wing. As you guys may know, I've said numerous times, when I first bought my 2020 Stingray, I did museum delivery, and they had not installed a high wing yet. So when I got into the museum, I saw a bunch of Stingrays that had Z51 package.
Right.
And I was like, oh, maybe I like the Z51, don't add the high wing. And I said, unfortunately, since you decided to go with the high wing, we have to install it first. But if you don't like it, we can take it off and put the Z51 wing on there.
Right, because they all have the same hose.
And they all had the same hose. And then when they drove my car out of that tunnel, I knew right then and there I made the best decision by getting the high wing, because it set it off. So I was the first C8 Corvette Stingray that I can think of at that time in 2020 that had the high wing, definitely from the museum. I'm not sure out in general, but the museum was true.
I remember when me and Mike were looking at this, and you know, we were kind of like, and the pictures, it kind of looked kind of cheap. It
did.
But when you see it in person, and you see the angles on it, and you see how it flows with the angles of the car. Yeah. That's the thing. I tell people that are pushing about the spoiler, you got to see it in person.
You got to see it in person.
Yeah, it definitely. This is why the more people see it, why we've sold plenty of them in my service department. People having them installed.
Right.
You know, because you could always upgrade to a spoiler.
You can always upgrade to a spoiler.
And even if you got a spoiler on it, because all three spoilers, the slick wing, the Z51, they all mount the same holes. A lot of people think the slick wing is like the C6, where it's all the way across and you'd have to repaint it. No, it mounts in the same exact holes. And of course, all the convertibles are not affected by the top as far as your trunk space. And
oh, it still smells new in here.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's never had anything in here. Yeah, I'm glad he caught a whiff of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still. It reminds me of when the movie, the Marvel movie, when Spider-Man was like, "Mr. Stark, it smells like a new car in here."
So yeah, very, very, very well endowed 2LT convertible here.
It has the heated and cooled seats.
Has all that, and again the GT1 seat. So again, if you're looking for a nicely loaded mid-level, you don't need the Z51. You just want to be like Mike.
Gotcha.
Want to be like Mike? If you want to be like Mike, you just want to cruise around in a very nice loaded up convertible. This is it. This one actually, because Mike's doesn't have mag ride. This one has the mag ride. It's got the MPP. It's got the front lift. So you got that lift option.
This is non-Z51?
And this is non-Z51.
Okay, all right.
So again, if you're not going to track it, this is still plenty for the streets.
Absolutely. It's also playing for the track too if you want to actually track it every once in a while.
You can, yeah. It's like anything. Here's the thing: you can track any Corvette. That's the truth.
That's true.
You just got to understand that if you don't have the upgraded packages, you got to understand your limitations. Over time, the brakes eventually will get more heat fade over time. If you don't have the extra radiators, you got to watch your temperatures on the radiator and all that to make sure you're not overheating.
Right.
If track conditions favor, shall we say more, shall we say, wearable engine conditions.
Yeah.
Like when Mike tracked the Z06 and he had the heat soak.
Right.
That day on the track it was 111 degrees.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Jason was even telling me he's sitting there sweating his butt off while he was filming him, and I was like, yep. That's So again, pick and choose your battles, but if you're just gonna, get a nice car, it's got all the options you can ask for, you can't go wrong.
Right.
All a 3LT would give you over this as far as standard options is Napa leather.
Right.
Weight of the pillars.
Right.
And standardized with the GT2
seats.
And the GT2, GT1, I'd say 9 out of 10 people really aren't feeling too much of a big difference between them. It's really subjective. It's more cosmetic than anything.
I went with the GT1 seats and all my steering races because to me it's really subjective.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend that money towards something else.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah. So, it's got everything on account. So anyway, this is just wanted to highlight this one. I'm also a big fan of this color, the Elkhart Lake Blue.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really a worthy successor to the Laguna Blue.
And I miss the Laguna Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely miss the Laguna. What would you say your favorite thing about this car?
Honestly, I love the contrast. The black on blue contrast, I love.
Gotcha.
Like a lot of people are really all about the red or the white with the black accents.
Right.
Well, the blue in the 7th generation usually got paired with lighter interiors with chrome options.
True.
It's just more common. It just was. But once in a while, we got that Laguna Blue or that Admiral Blue that had nothing but black stuff on it, carbon flash badging and all that, and it looks really good, and I don't think it gets enough love or attention.
I can see that.
Yeah, so
I can see that.
And I like blue.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would.
Blue is my favorite color.
Mine too.
And then black's my second favorite color.
Gotcha.
So, voila.
Yeah, if it was my choice, my favorite thing about this car would probably be the high wing.
Yeah.
The high wing is something to me, it just makes the rear end look more aggressive. To me, it makes the car look more exotic, and it gives the kids that ooh, wow factor, right? Because when their kids see that spoiler, they immediately like, ooh, that's you, ooh, that type of feeling.
Exactly.
Granted, without a wing, it looks more like a McLaren-ish to me. The Z51 wing, I'm not a huge fan of, but I'll accept it because this is still a good-looking car with the Z51 wing on it.
That's a good point. I noticed, if you got the slick back with no wing at all, you're right. It does kind of have that 570 vibe.
Yep, it does. It does. It really does. Well, you guys, Robert gave us a lot of information about this car. If you guys are interested in this 2023 C8 Stingray, come check it out. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button while you're on screen, and we look forward to seeing you again in another episode of C8 on Speed 252.
Is your seatbelt fastened? All right. Let's go.